In a time not too far from now, Earth was a vibrant place filled with life. People lived their daily lives unaware that a dark shadow loomed in the sky. High above, a massive alien fleet hovered, its ships glinting like metal giants against the blue. The Zarkon Empire, known for its ruthless conquests across the galaxy, had set its sights on Earth. Their leader, a cold and calculating commander named Vrax, believed this would be an easy victory. Vrax surveyed the planet from his command ship, confident that his advanced technology and powerful weapons would crush any resistance. "Humans are weak and divided," he said to his officers, a smug smile on his face. "They will fall without a fight." The officers nodded, convinced that victory was only a matter of time. As the invasion began, bright beams of energy shot down from the ships, striking cities and landscapes. The aliens targeted key locations, using their advanced weapons to create chaos. Buildings crumbled and fires broke out, turning peaceful streets into war zones. The people of Earth watched in horror as their world transformed into a battleground. Initially, panic gripped the hearts of many. Sirens blared and people rushed to shelters, hoping for safety. News reports flooded in, showing scenes of destruction. "The Zarkon Empire has invaded," the anchor said, her voice trembling. "We must prepare to fight back." But for many, hope felt distant. Yet in the chaos, something remarkable began to happen. Small groups of humans started to unite. Ordinary people, teachers, engineers, and even students came together, realizing they had to fight for their home. They met in secret, forming a resistance. They exchanged ideas and strategies, determined not to let the aliens win without a fight. One of the leaders of this movement was a young woman named Maya. With fiery determination in her eyes, she inspired others to join her cause. "We cannot let them take our planet! We must show them our strength," she urged, her voice echoing in the dimly lit room. People listened, their fears melting away in the face of her bravery. As days passed, the humans began to fight back. Using whatever they could find, makeshift weapons, old cars, and even their own bodies, they launched small attacks on alien patrols. These skirmishes were dangerous and often chaotic, but they also showed the aliens that humans were not as weak as they had assumed. Alien soldiers, with their towering figures and advanced gear, were shocked by the humans' resilience. During one confrontation, a group of humans ambushed an alien supply convoy. They used the element of surprise, striking quickly before the aliens could react. The clash was fierce, but the humans managed to inflict damage, stealing supplies and weapons. "Look at them!" one alien soldier shouted, his voice filled with disbelief. "They fight like animals!" His comrade, equally surprised, responded, "They are stronger than we thought. We must be cautious." As the weeks went by, the Zarkon Empire began to realize that this war would not be as easy as they had predicted. Vrax watched reports of human resistance with growing frustration. "They're fighting back," he said, slamming his fist on the table. "We must crush their spirit before they grow bolder." But the humans, emboldened by their small victories, continued to rally together. They learned to work as a team, using their knowledge of the land to their advantage. They became more than just survivors, they were fighters ready to defend their home. The spirit of humanity shone through the darkness, lighting a fire of hope that spread across the planet. As the battles intensified, the Zarkon Empire faced a dilemma. They had underestimated humanity's will to fight. Vrax's confidence wavered as reports came in of human resistance growing stronger. Little did he know that Earth held a secret weapon that had not yet been unleashed. The stage was set for an epic conflict, one that would change the course of history. The humans were ready to show the aliens what they were made of. The battle for Earth had begun, and with it, the true strength of humanity was about to be revealed. As the alien invasion continued, the world felt heavy with despair. Cities lay in ruins and fear gripped the hearts of many. But among the chaos, hope began to flicker. The humans were not willing to give up. They were determined to fight back, and their resolve was about to be tested. Maya, the young leader of the resistance, gathered her small group in an underground shelter. The walls were damp, but the atmosphere buzzed with energy. "We have to take back our cities," she said, her voice strong. "We may not have advanced weapons, but we have each other. We can use our knowledge and creativity to outsmart them." The group nodded, filled with newfound determination. They spent days planning their strategy, learning about the alien technology and how to exploit its weaknesses. They studied the patterns of alien patrols and gathered supplies from abandoned buildings. They were ready to show the Zarkon Empire that humans were not as weak as they thought. One night, the Resistance decided to strike a nearby alien base. This base was crucial for the Zarkons, as it stored weapons and supplies. Maya and her team crept through the shadows, hearts pounding with excitement and fear. They wore makeshift armor made from scrap metal and carried whatever weapons they could find. As they approached the base, Maya signaled for silence. They could see alien guards patrolling the perimeter, their glowing eyes scanning the darkness. The humans held their breath, waiting for the right moment. Suddenly, a loud explosion echoed in the distance, causing the guards to turn their attention away. "Now!" Maya shouted. The group dashed toward the base, adrenaline pumping through their veins. They swiftly took down the unsuspecting guards, surprising them with their speed and teamwork. One by one, the aliens fell, unable to comprehend the ferocity of their human attackers. Inside the base, the humans found rows of crates filled with advanced weaponry. Their eyes widened in disbelief. "We can use these against them!" one of the fighters exclaimed. They quickly gathered what they could carry, knowing this was a golden opportunity. Just as they were about to leave, an alarm blared. Red lights flashed, and the base erupted into chaos. "We have to go now!" Maya shouted, leading her team through the maze of corridors. The sound of alien soldiers rushing to defend their base echoed behind them. As they emerged into the night, they realized they had made a daring escape. They had successfully raided the base and secured valuable weapons. This victory boosted the morale of the Resistance and spread word of their bravery throughout the remaining human settlements. News of the raid traveled fast. People everywhere began to rise up against the invaders. The spirit of humanity awakened, igniting a fierce determination to protect their planet. More individuals joined the Resistance, each bringing their unique skills to the fight. Mechanics repaired damaged vehicles, teachers trained fighters, and artists created banners to inspire hope. As the humans grew stronger, so did their tactics. They launched surprise attacks on alien supply lines and coordinated larger group efforts. In one notable battle, they used the terrain to their advantage, leading the aliens into a narrow valley where their numbers counted for less. The humans struck quickly and retreated before the aliens could respond, leaving the Zarkons bewildered. Meanwhile, the Zarkon Empire struggled to adapt to this unexpected resistance. Vrax became furious as reports of human victories piled up. "They should be cowering in fear!" he roared, pacing the command center. "Why are they fighting back so fiercely?" His officers exchanged worried glances, realizing that their enemy was far more resilient than they had ever imagined. As the resistance continued to grow, the humans also began to develop their own technology, using the alien weapons they had captured. They crafted new strategies and formed alliances with other groups, all working together toward a common goal, to reclaim their planet. With each battle fought, the humans became more united and more determined. They were no longer just survivors, they were warriors, ready to stand against the might of the Zarkon Empire. The tides of war were beginning to shift, and the humans were prepared to show their true strength. They understood that this fight was not just for survival, it was a fight for their home, their families, and their future. The spark of resistance had turned into a raging fire, and the aliens would soon learn that underestimating humanity was their greatest mistake. As the war between humans and the Zarkon Empire raged on, Maya and the Resistance faced new challenges. They had fought bravely and scored many victories, but the aliens were still a formidable foe. The humans needed a new strategy, something that would turn the tide in their favor. Little did they know, their greatest weapon was waiting in the shadows. Deep in a hidden lab, a group of scientists worked tirelessly. They had been studying animals, experimenting with their genetics, and training them for combat. These were not ordinary pets. They were powerful creatures designed to assist humans in battle. Maya had heard whispers about these animals and decided it was time to bring them into the fight. One evening, she gathered her team in their underground base. "We have a secret weapon that can help us," she announced, her voice filled with excitement. "We're going to unleash the pets." The team exchanged curious looks, eager to learn more. "These animals are strong, fast, and fiercely loyal. They can help us turn the tide against the Zarkons." The next day, Maya led her team to the lab. The air was thick with anticipation as they entered the facility. Inside, they found a variety of creatures, Large, muscular dogs with sharp teeth, agile cats with keen senses, and even some unusual hybrids that combined traits of different animals. Each one had been trained for combat and bonded with their human handlers. Maya approached a massive, sleek dog with piercing blue eyes. "This is Titan," the scientist explained. "He is trained to attack and protect. He will be a valuable ally." Maya felt a surge of confidence. With Titan and the other pets by their side, the humans had a chance to fight back more effectively. The Resistance quickly organized training sessions with the pets. The humans learned to work together with these creatures, developing strategies that combined their strengths. The bond between the fighters and their pets grew stronger, creating a united front against the alien invaders. Soon, the day came when they would unleash their pets in battle. The Resistance planned an attack on an alien outpost that had been causing trouble for nearby human settlements. This time, they would not only rely on their skills, but also on the incredible abilities of their animals. As night fell, Maya and her team moved stealthily through the shadows. The pets moved alongside them, silent and alert. When they reached the outpost, Maya signaled for everyone to get ready. "On my mark," she whispered, her heart racing. "Release the pets!" With that command, the dogs and other animals sprang into action. Titan charged ahead, his powerful legs propelling him forward. He leaped over a fence and tackled an alien guard, catching him completely by surprise. The other pets followed suit, creating chaos among the alien soldiers. The humans launched their attack, taking advantage of the confusion. The aliens were stunned by the ferocity of the animals. They had expected humans to fight back, but they were not prepared for the wild energy of the pets. Each creature fought fiercely, using their instincts to take down the invaders. Maya watched in awe as Titan took down several alien soldiers, his strength and speed unmatched. The humans coordinated their efforts, striking swiftly while the pets distracted the aliens. It was a well-orchestrated dance of chaos and courage. As the battle raged on, the aliens struggled to regroup. "What are these creatures?" One alien soldier shouted in disbelief as he watched a dog leap onto his comrade, knocking him to the ground. The Zarkons were beginning to panic, realizing that they had underestimated their foes once again. With the pets leading the charge, the humans fought with renewed vigor. They captured the outpost, securing weapons and supplies that would aid their fight in the days to come. As the dust settled, the Resistance celebrated their victory. They had successfully unleashed their secret weapon, proving that humans and their pets were a force to be reckoned with. Maya felt a sense of pride as she looked at her team and their pets. "We have shown them our strength today," she declared. "Together we can win this war." The bond between the humans and their pets had transformed the fight. They were no longer just survivors. They were warriors united by loyalty, courage, and an unbreakable spirit. With each victory, the Resistance grew stronger. They had found a way to harness the power of their pets, and they were ready to take on the Zarkon Empire with renewed determination. The battle for Earth was far from over, but now the humans had an edge that could change everything. The sun rose over the battlefield, casting a warm glow on the ruins left by the ongoing war. The humans had tasted victory, but the fight was far from over. Maya and the Resistance were preparing for their next big battle against the Zarkon Empire. This time, they would face an alien base that had been supplying troops and weapons to the enemy. Maya gathered her team in the underground hideout. "Today we show the Zarkons that we won't back down," she declared, her voice filled with determination. The humans and their pets were ready. Titan, the massive dog, stood by her side, his muscles rippling with energy. Other fighters patted their pets, knowing they would fight together as one. The group moved silently through the forest, careful to stay out of sight. As they approached the alien base, the atmosphere grew tense. Guards patrolled the area, and the sounds of alien machinery hummed in the background. Maya pointed to a small hill overlooking the base. "We'll have the high ground," she said. "From there, we can plan our attack." Once on the hill, Maya surveyed the base. She noticed that the aliens were busy, unaware of the danger looming nearby. "Let's create chaos," she whispered. "We'll divide their attention and strike from multiple angles." The team nodded, and everyone took their positions, hearts racing with anticipation. At Maya's signal, they launched their attack. She threw a small explosive device toward the perimeter, creating a loud blast that startled the guards. As the aliens scrambled to investigate, the humans charged down the hill, their pets racing alongside them. the air filled with the sounds of barking dogs and battle cries. The aliens were caught off guard. "What is happening?" one alien soldier shouted, his eyes wide with shock. The humans moved quickly, taking advantage of the confusion. Titan leaped into action, tackling an alien guard and pinning him to the ground. The fight was on and chaos reigned. Inside the base, alarms blared and red lights flashed. The Zarkons struggled to regain control, but the humans pressed on. They fought with passion and determination, using every weapon and tactic they had learned. The pets darted between the aliens, distracting them and allowing the humans to strike. As the battle intensified, it became a whirlwind of noise and movement. Humans and pets fought side by side, each working to protect the other. Maya ducked behind cover, firing her weapon at an approaching alien. Just then, Titan rushed past her, knocking over 2 alien soldiers. "Good boy," she shouted, filled with pride. But the chaos was not without its challenges. The Zarkons began to regroup, and their reinforcements arrived. More alien soldiers poured into the base, armed with advanced weapons and technology. The humans faced overwhelming odds, but they refused to back down. "We have to hold the line," Maya yelled, rallying her team. The battlefield became a frenzy of activity. Aliens fired energy blasts, and humans returned fire, dodging and weaving to avoid being hit. The pets added to the chaos, using their speed to outmaneuver the aliens. A large cat pounced on an alien's back, scratching and biting, while a pair of dogs worked together to flank their enemies. In the midst of the battle, Maya spotted an alien commander directing the troops. He was shouting orders, trying to regain control. "If we take him out, it could turn the tide," she thought. With determination in her heart, she signaled to her team. "We're going after the commander!" Together they charged toward the commander, weaving through the chaos. Titan led the way, barking fiercely as he bounded forward. The aliens noticed, but it was too late. Maya and her team attacked with all their might, determined to stop the commander. The alien commander fought back fiercely, but he was no match for the combined strength of the humans and their pets. With one final push, Maya tackled him to the ground, pinning him down. "We won't let you take our planet!" she shouted, her voice filled with fire. As the commander was captured, the remaining Zarkon soldiers began to falter. They looked around at their fallen comrades and realized they were losing the battle. One by one, they began to retreat, abandoning their posts. Cheers erupted from the humans. They had done it. They had turned the tide of the battle, and the Zarkon Empire was forced to flee. Exhausted but victorious, Maya and her team stood together, celebrating their hard-earned triumph. "Today we showed them our strength," Maya proclaimed, her heart swelling with pride. The bond between the humans and their pets had created a force of nature, and they had proven that together they could achieve the impossible. The battle had been chaotic, but it had forged them into a stronger unit, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The sun was setting over the battlefield, casting a golden hue across the remnants of the fierce fight. Maya stood amidst her team, breathing heavily but feeling a rush of exhilaration. They had just defeated the Zarkon commander, and with him, they had struck a major blow against the alien empire. The humans had shown their strength, and the tide of the war was finally turning. As the dust settled, Maya gathered her team together. "We did it! We drove them out!" she exclaimed, her voice filled with joy. The fighters cheered, their spirits lifted. Titan, the massive dog, barked happily, wagging his tail as if he understood the victory. The pets played a crucial role in the battle, and their loyalty had become an essential part of the resistance. "Let's regroup and plan our next steps," Maya suggested, knowing that while this victory was sweet, the war was far from over. They needed to use this momentum to rally more support from nearby human settlements. "We must spread the word about our success," she added. "More people need to know that we can fight back." The group quickly set to work. They collected weapons and supplies from the alien base, ensuring they had everything needed for their next mission. As they prepared to leave, Maya looked back at the battlefield. She felt a sense of pride wash over her. This fight was not just about winning battles, it was about reclaiming their planet and their future. Days passed, and news of their victory spread like wildfire. More people joined the resistance, eager to stand against the Zarkons. Towns that had once been filled with fear now buzzed with hope. The resistance grew stronger, united by the belief that they could drive the aliens away for good. Maya worked tirelessly to coordinate efforts among the newly joined fighters. She organized training sessions, ensuring that everyone was prepared for the challenges ahead. The bond between humans and their pets deepened, creating a unique alliance that no one had seen before. Each team member learned to trust their animal companions, and together they trained hard. The next target was the main Zarkon stronghold, a heavily fortified base that had been a thorn in the side of humanity for too long. "This is going to be our biggest challenge yet," Maya warned her team during a strategy meeting. "But if we work together, I believe we can do this." Determination filled the room as they discussed their plans. The night before the attack, Maya sat quietly with Titan, looking out over the landscape. "Tomorrow is a big day, boy," she said softly. Titan rested his head on her lap, his eyes shining with understanding. She felt comforted by his presence, knowing that together they could face anything. At dawn, the resistance set out toward the Zarkon stronghold. Maya led the way, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. As they approached the base, they could see alien guards patrolling the area, oblivious to the humans hiding in the shadows. "Now we move," Maya whispered, signaling her team. They crept forward, utilizing the cover of trees and rocks. As they reached the outer perimeter, Maya paused to survey the area. The stronghold was heavily guarded, but they had a plan. With a nod, Maya activated a series of explosives they had prepared. The ground shook as explosions erupted around the base, catching the aliens off guard. "Go! Go! Go!" she shouted, charging forward with her team. Titan bounded beside her, barking fiercely as they rushed into the chaos. The Zarkon soldiers scrambled in confusion, trying to understand what was happening. The humans seized the opportunity, pushing forward with everything they had. The pets fought alongside their human companions, adding an unpredictable element to the battle. Maya felt a surge of adrenaline as they fought their way deeper into the stronghold. The fighting was fierce, but the humans pressed on, determined to claim victory. As they reached the heart of the base, Maya spotted the Zarkon leader. "This is it!" she yelled, rallying her team. They charged forward, unleashing all their energy into the final confrontation. With a fierce battle cry, Maya and Titan led the charge. The clash was intense, but the humans were fueled by their past victories and their unyielding spirit. They fought not just for themselves, but for everyone on Earth who had suffered at the hands of the invaders. As the dust began to settle, the Zarkon leader fell. The remaining aliens, realizing they were outmatched, began to retreat. Cheers erupted from the humans as they realized they had triumphed. They had driven the Zarkon Empire away from their planet. Maya stood victorious, surrounded by her team and their loyal pets. "We did it!" she shouted, her voice echoing across the battlefield. This victory was not just a battle won, it was a statement to the universe that humanity would fight for its home. The humans had triumphed against all odds. They had faced chaos and uncertainty, but through their strength, courage, and unity, they had emerged victorious. Together, they had reclaimed their world, and together they would ensure that it would never be threatened again. The fight for Earth had only just begun, and Maya knew that as long as they stood together, they could overcome anything.